And I want to ask this question, and I hope you know it comes from the most sincere and respectful place possible. Are you all right, my man? Have you lost your mind? This is Anthony Joshua that you just called out. You're fighting Anthony Joshua in less than a month. Why are you doing this?
I like to challenge myself. I like to take on the biggest, the best. I said anyone, anytime, any place. I truly mean that. And I'm here to go out there and shock the world. I know what I'm capable of. I see him and what he's capable of. And we're going to go to war, and we'll see the best man that will win. But people say, oh, he's out of his mind, all of these things. I've gotten to where I'm at today because of delusional optimism. And so it's delusion until it's not, because look at where we're sitting today. No one ever thought that this would be possible, that we would be here when I first started boxing, and no one thinks I'm going to win. So join the list and be ready to be shocked.
Thank you for having me. Well, you got to give credit to Jake and his team. They reached out to me, to be fair, and it was a great opportunity for me. So it's an opportunity for me to fight. I wanted to take 12 months out of the game, and I'd done that. And then it was time to get back to work, so I was planning on fighting anyway. And actually, I would have been fighting this weekend if I had it my way. And this opportunity presented itself, and I said, yeah, why not? It's great. I think it's massive. It's colossal. It's making big news. We're bringing marketability together with ability. Those two worlds collide. You got Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, look, he's one of the best heavyweights ever. But I believe that fighting a smaller man is oftentimes harder as a heavyweight because of the speed difference and because of the foot speed, because of the angles, because of the head being off of the center. And so all of that power is great, and he's knocked people out. I just have to avoid that one shot for 8 rounds, and I believe that I can do that. So when I'm bouncing around the ring, jabbing, weaving, and doing all of these things, I know I can pick them apart and score points and make this a very, very big contest. People say, oh, I respect Jake Paul for getting in there. No, respect me because I'm about to win. Man, I've already won at every single thing in life. I'm playing on house money. I've accomplished all my dreams, said everything I was going to do, from becoming, the first influencer to become an actor on Disney, to becoming the biggest YouTuber in the world, to rising to the top of boxing and having the largest viewed fight in the history of the sport. I've accomplished everything. So this is a win-win and another challenge for myself. I've never been knocked down or knocked out even in sparring, but I'm in a sport where that happens. And I know this is dangerous, but this is no different than a soccer player, losing in the World Cup on the biggest stage. If that's how it goes, if I take one of those punches that Francis Ngannou took and I'm on the canvas, let's see how tough I am. Let's see if I can get back up. But I'm ready for that. I'm prepared for that mentally, and I know that he has to deal with me as well. This is not as one-sided fight as people think, and I have power. I have the ability to put people to sleep, and so that's why I took this challenge. And I know it's crazy and all of that, but I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited. My team's excited, and everyone believes in me, and that's all that matters.
Hi folks, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. Listen up folks, let's be real. Boxing isn't the same anymore. It's not about belts or titles. It's about shows, streaming, big money. This weekend Benavidez is going to stop Yardi, and Haney will beat Norman Jr. And before I get to the main story, let's talk about the biggest joke of them all, and you will get what I'm about to say. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. When it was announced that Jake was going to fight Mike Tyson, everyone said Jake was crazy. Mike Tyson will kill him. It was suicide for Jake. And what happened? Jake won on points. All Mike did was walk around the ring, and he got 20 million for 16 minutes. There's no shame in that. 20 million is 20 million. Top boxers besides Tyson Fury, AJ, or Usyk don't get 20 million for one fight. Not even in their whole careers. And yeah, I knew it the moment Netflix got involved. This wasn't a real fight. It was a show. and Jake Paul wasn't going to lose. A Netflix show to tell the world, look, we're streaming sports now, we're coming for Amazon Prime and everyone else. Then we had Canelo versus Bud Crawford, also fixed. Canelo didn't show his real self, he just walked up and down the ring. But in the rematch, Canelo will beat Bud Crawford. Yes, you heard it here. In 2026, there is going to be a rematch. He wants his revenge, and Netflix and Turkey Al-Sheikh will make it happen. Mark my words, this rematch will happen in 2026. The real Canelo Alvarez will turn up. This is all about streaming wars. Netflix, Amazon, Saudi. They're buying fights, buying results, buying stories. Boxers are just actors now. Turkey Al-Sheikh made a real deal with Netflix to put on big fights next year. Dana White will promote more boxing on Netflix. WWE, boxing, other sports. All streamed, all controlled. This is the future. Now the fight everyone is losing their minds over, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Do you honestly think Jake is getting into the ring to fight a two-time world champion to lose, like AJ, without any elite boxing skills? Come on. Look into it deeper. It's not a proper fight. It's a business. It's Netflix show. Jake Paul isn't fighting AJ to lose badly. Yes, he might lose, but I think there is a twist to it. Fans crying, ex-pros crying, experts foaming at their mouths. AJ is going to knock him out. AJ is going to kill him. Jake is mad. Jake will get hurt, just like they did with Mike Tyson. Why? Because even world champions don't make 40 million in one night. Jake and AJ do for one show. No belts needed. Of course it's going to be scripted. Last time Netflix paid Mike Tyson 20 million, Jake Paul 40 million. And Netflix made over 1 billion and 2 million new subscribers. You do the maths. AJ fights a top 20 guy. He gets 1 million and he could lose. Jake Paul, he fights him for 40 million and he can't lose. It's controlled, all business. Tank Davis talk is smokescreen. Half the size, half the weight, just to get people talking. On paper, AJ should destroy Jake in 2 rounds, just like he did with Francis Ngannou. But if Jake survives the distance, social media explodes. Jake wins the brand. Netflix wins the streaming wars. And remember, Jake Paul beat a 58-year-old Mike Tyson 20 million for 60 minutes, more than champions make in their entire careers. Boxing is broken. Titles mean nothing. Skills means nothing. Only viral moments and big money matters. And here is the truth. Boxers know it's rigged. They pretend it's real until someone offers them Jake Paul's money. Then they're all in. Carl Froch talks big. I'll never fight Jake. He's not a proper boxer. I'll flatten him. But let's be real. Carl Froch keeps saying he wouldn't stoop that low to fight Jake, the fake boxer. But deep down, he's praying Jake will call him. He's just saying this to bait Jake and get his money. That's all bait talk, all jealousy. Who is he trying to kid? If Jake called him tomorrow, he'd jump on the plane. He'd be there in heartbeat. He has to do 1 million YouTube videos to earn what Jake would pay him. Besides, Carl isn't famous as AJ or Tyson. Deep down, Froch wishes he got that phone call, because Carl Froch and every elite boxer, past or present, will never earn what Jake earns for one scripted fight. They never did. They never will. They all wish they had Jake's money. Same with other elite boxers. They're not moral, they're jealous. Jake isn't a traditional boxer, but he's a brand, a payday. An MVP pays better than most old promoters, better than Matchroom, better than Queensberry. Jake Paul pays his fighters more than other promoters. Purists mad, ex-pros mad, fans confused. Good, the truth hurts. Jake Paul hasn't picked AJ to look bad. This fight is going to go the distance because Netflix is not going to pay all that money for the fight to finish in 2 rounds. This is boxing 2025, entertainment first. Money always, skill for a place. 40 million for 30 minutes? Of course they'll take it. And I predict Anthony Joshua will never be a world champion. That's why he's taking this fight. And whether you like it or not, I'm sure you will watch it. I will. Thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.